Hi, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Coach Naz. And in today's video, I want to talk about what is one of the biggest thing that is holding you back from attracting your soulmate. So if you are interested, then please keep on watching. So after a lot of work on myself, working on men and women individually, one-on-one, really learning about their past, their traumas, why they are the way that they are, what is happening in the dating world right now, talking to actually no, it's more to do also with my experience being a matchmaker. I learned a lot, more than I think that I was ready for. And so I really want to get into this. And I feel like a lot of people don't really understand what is missing. They feel a bit stuck. And even if they hear it, they might overlook it because they might think, okay, well, that's not a big deal, or it's not that important. I just want to keep on going on different dates and finding the one, but nothing that you're doing is seeming to work. So why don't you then try something a little bit different and actually maybe give yourself, I don't know, 3 weeks, a month, 2 months, and just try it. Try doing something that you've never done before. It's like insanity is, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. Let's try and look at things in a different perspective. That's why I'm here. I might be right. I might be wrong. Who knows? But why not give it a shot? I mean, I know I'm right. Okay. Anyway, so moving along. The first thing, actually, this is only one thing that I want to focus on this video is, is emotional unavailability. And the sad part about it is, to be quite frank, is that we are programmed to be emotionally unavailable. And I actually had this aha moment myself today, and I was like, oh my God, everything in our life, Netflix, our phones, social media, there's a million other things. They're all stopping us from being emotionally available to ourselves. So it's not just people. I mean, there's people out there that are emotionally unavailable. They just don't want to connect to themselves, and they get really uncomfortable with emotions. But we also have so many distractions in our life that is stopping us from connecting. Sorry, this part is driving me crazy. Stopping us from connecting to our soul, to our mind, to our body. And that is kind of keeping us on this hamster wheel. We're all like little robots, going to work, paying the mortgage, cleaning the car, getting the kids to school. It's like, going to the gym. It's the same routine over and over again. And, but we're not really feeling happy. We're not really feeling satisfied. We're not really, reaching our goals, reaching our dreams. And even if we do reach our dreams, we still feel this emptiness, this void. Do I need to drink more? Do I need to smoke more weed? Like, what do we need to do to feel satisfied? And I have the answer for you. The answer is being available to your needs, to your desires, to your emotions. Because so many of us, what we do is, in life, whether it is, you're in a relationship or you're single, if we're feeling anxious or if we're feeling uncomfortable or whatever it is, we seldom ask ourselves, like, how are you feeling? How are you doing today? What do you need from me? We don't really connect to ourselves that way. We would rather, ask other people, like, hey, how's it going? What are you doing? What do you need out of me as your friend? As your wife, as your girlfriend, but we never ask ourselves, what do we need from ourselves today? I woke up today, okay, how do I feel? Do I feel tired? Do I feel lethargic? Do I feel sad? Because I had an argument yesterday with one of my friends. What are we feeling inside? That is one thing that we're lacking in our society. And I do feel, though, to be quite frank, we are on a really great trajectory where the gentle parenting, which I know there's people that hate it and some people that love it, and that's okay. But we do talk about emotions. I feel like there never has been a time where we are talking about our emotions so much. And so I do see that. I'm not going to say that we're completely turned off. We're not. And we luckily have places like YouTube and different platforms to talk about it, which is great. But so many of us, are checked out of our own lives. We're checked out of ourselves. And then we get into a relationship and then we struggle because we want that person to meet our own need. We want that other person to ask us, how do we feel, But it's like, you need to do that for your own self first. And then you're not going to need that man or woman to fill that gap, fill that void. And so, we sometimes unknowingly block love from our lives. We think we're doing all the right things, but I'm going to the gym, I'm eating all this healthy food, and I'm eating a lot of pineapple. But it's like, yeah, but are you connected to yourself? And when you're not connected to yourself, by the way, you're disconnected from the world. This is the reality of life. When you're not connected to your soul, to your body, you're disconnected from the world, number one. And number two, you blame everything external for what's happening in here. That is the biggest mistake we can all make. Everything in your life, and I know I got some crazy messages the other day. I'm not even going to get into it, but but how did I get into this? Or it's not my fault. Yes, it's not your fault, but you have the opportunity to change the perception. You can't change what happens in your life. Correct. Absolutely correct. But you can change the perception, and you can be an optimist instead of being negative and seeing life as life sucks and, nothing's working out for me. So, I actually had a client, she was one of my favorite clients. I really loved her. She really struggled with her own emotional needs. Like, if I had just asked her, like, how are you feeling? She wouldn't even have the ability to answer that. She didn't know what she was feeling. And I'm not going to lie, this was me at one point in my life. I didn't know how I felt. And so it's because, as a woman especially, we go through our, it's a whole thing, but it's like we sometimes, because of circumstances, we become so independent. Men as well. I'm not just going to talk about women, but men and women. We become so independent and we're just pushing through life, rushing. I need to get here. I need to get this promotion. I need to get married. Whatever it is, you're just rushing. And then that is when you kind of ignore your own needs and you suppress how you feel in relationships and friendships. And you feel like you just keep pushing your feelings down to a point where you just forget how to feel. You don't even know what you're feeling. So we did a lot of work in regards to that emotional availability. But we literally, it's not some kumbaya stuff that we do. It's literally just waking up in the morning and asking yourself, how do I feel today? How do I feel? Are you okay? And also validating yourself. It's like, okay, you feel shitty right now because of X, Y, and Z. But guess what? Today's another day. So it's about being your own best friend. And so many of us are literally against our own selves. We think we are our best friends. We really are not. That cheerleader, that inner cheerleader is what we're missing. And so that's one of the reasons when most of us are emotionally unavailable to our own needs, we then attract men and women that are emotionally unavailable to us. And we don't understand this until we go through some painful crap in life. That in order, and by the way, somebody who's emotionally unavailable tends to be a narcissist, right? Usually it takes us to attract a narcissist for us to wake the F up, because, majority of our lives when we're single, it's okay for us to be emotionally unavailable because there's nobody mirroring back to you that, hey, you need to connect with yourself. You need to accept yourself. You need to do the inner work. Only when you get in a relationship is when you get smacked in the head. And that is basically kind of what happened to her. She kept on attracting toxic, unhealthy relationships with men that just didn't value her. They didn't see her for who she truly was, and they couldn't see her because she didn't see herself. And so this was one of the biggest things I feel like we're missing in the world right now is emotional availability. We really need to understand what it is, work on it, research, watch podcasts, whatever it takes, but learn. But okay, let me just quickly say right here, it's not just about learning, but also putting it into practice, having a journal and holding yourself accountable instead of just saying, yeah, I'm watching about, this is what I hear all the time, you know, I'm doing the work, I'm watching podcasts, I'm meditating, you know, all this stuff. But it's like, are you putting it into practice? Did you practice it with your friend? It's little things that might feel uncomfortable in the moment, but when you push yourself out of that, it's like a key. It unlocks to a whole new dimension. And that is, I think, with like anything, you know, with success, you do, you know, you don't have, or maybe you need to start a business, whatever it is. You need to hire a coach. It's something that you haven't done before. But once you do it, once you invest into yourself, it opens 10 more doors in front of you. But the more you kind of hide and you're scared and you're fearful, the less growth you're going to have in life. And that is something I had to uncover the hard way. But that's really just what this message I wanted to give to you guys today is learn. Wow, 11, Jesus, I really thought it was 5 minutes long and it's 11 minutes. Anyways, emotional availability. I want you guys to really understand it, and I actually have a whole course that will help you with emotional availability, with attracting your soulmate, all of the things that we're missing right now in society. You know, our attention spans are so short, and also not only that, but like healing our wounds and understanding our past, helping helping us get that bond, that connection back to where it was, and also meeting your own needs. That's one of the biggest things that we teach in the Secure Love Blueprint. Also, I do have a spiritual touch to it, which is a little bit different. So it's not just about emotions and all this kind of stuff, but it is also about spirituality and having faith that everything that is meant to happen is going to happen in your life. But sitting on your couch and praying is not going to lead you to anything. Saying affirmations, but not doing the actual work, you know, outside of that is not going to bring you the desired reality that you're really looking for. So that is what I teach in the Secure Love Blueprint. As a coach, my job is to get you from point A to point B. It's not to talk about our problems and stay in it. I want to actually push you to the next dimension, to the next level. And that is what my coach did for me. And honestly, that is exactly why I'm here. And also I want to mention, I do have a Black Friday sale, which ends on November 29th. So if you are interested, if you want to know more, oh, by the way, the Black Friday sale is huge. It's 45. I've never done this before, but it is 45% off the Secure Love Blueprint. So if you have any more questions or if you need more clarifications, please do not hesitate to contact me. I have all my info down below. Also, if you're ready to do the work and you're ready to commit, you can definitely book a free clarity call. These free clarity calls will soon be a charge service. So please make sure that you go ahead and book. And again, I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the love, all the support, and I'm going to see you guys in my next video.